While many people complain that there are no jobs in the country, this young smart farmer is taking the agro industry by storm. Today, we will be hearing from Isaiah Amadi Ikechukwu, who is a farm consultant, a banana and plantain farming expert, and a serial entrepreneur. His journey into becoming a farmer began so many years ago when he was still in secondary school in the Benin Republic. Since his return in the year 2020, he has built his own company, raised amiable students, and helped a lot of investors to make the most return on their investment. He is the CEO of Zico Farms and Agro Services Limited, a registered company that is into sales of plantain seedlings, training, and consultancy. In the past 2 years, his company has helped to set up over 25 banana and plantain plantations for individuals and heavy investors. Last year alone, he supplied over 10,000 hybrid plantain and banana seedlings to his customers across the country, helping them to achieve the most out of their farmlands. In today's lesson, Mr. Isaiah will walk us through the step-by-step process of growing plantains so as to consistently achieve massive harvest. So, I urge you to sit tight, invite your friends and family to this broadcast, and share the video on all social media platforms. Also, get a pen and paper and jot things down on the go. If you have any question at all in the course of this teaching, please type them immediately in the comment section and you'll get your answer before we wrap up this session. So without further ado, let's get into the class.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, greetings everyone. So welcome back to today's episode and today's training. So we'll be talking about plantain and banana farming today, which are one of the best staple crop in Nigeria and in Africa. So before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Isaiah Amadi Ikechukwu, a young farmer with about more than 4 years experience in plantain and banana farming. Just have more passion for farming. So this is over 4 years of me planting and practicalizing and studying about plantain and banana farming. Well, I currently run a company called Zico Farms and Agro Service Limited. Zico Farms and Agro Service Limited is a company that has that produces plantain and banana seedlings and also runs consultancy services for agricultural investors. We are here today to talk about plantain and banana farming, how to be successful in it, and some essential things we need to know about plantain and banana farming. Okay, so let's start with what is plantain farming or what is banana farming? Well, I will say that I can define it in just a simple time: a process of growing plantain or banana. It's as simple as that. Plantain and banana farming is a simple process of growing plantain and banana, either for personal consumption or family consumption, or for commercial purposes. Okay, so why do people grow plantain and banana? People decide to cultivate plantain and banana either at their backyard for commercial, for personal use, for personal consumption, or for family consumption. Yeah, there are some people that plant plantain at their backyard for family consumption or personal consumption. We can also call it subsistence farming. Okay, now another reason why people cultivate plantain and banana for for commercial purposes, for generating of income. In these terms, they cultivate it in large acres of land. They cultivate it in big size of lands. Okay, so that is another reason why people cultivate. Plantain is one of the staple crop in Nigeria that has a high demand. Currently, only the plantain farms in Nigeria cannot satisfy the total demands that are coming from Nigeria. That is to tell you that every plantain and banana farmer has an opportunity of making great income from plantain and banana farming. Okay, now what are the uses of plantain and banana? There are actually a lot of things that can be gotten from plantains, but I will try to just elaborate 3 main products we can get from plantain. Apart from the normal one we cook and we eat, that is another uses of plantain. Okay, so I would like to talk about one. We can use plantain for different things. One, you can use it for plantain chips, which is more common. People use plantain for what? Plantain chips. So you can decide to what? Use your plantain for what? Chips. Okay, yeah, some people farm plantain mainly for what? Chips production. They don't sell it, so they grow it, and they use it for what? Chips. And another one is what? Plantain flour. It's very, very what? Valuable. And people that knows the value also what? Use it. They use it a lot. Okay, so you converting your plantain to what? Plantain flour also is a great opportunity for you to what? Make money from plantain farming. Okay, so you can use it for what? Plantain chips. Don't forget, you can use it for plantain chips. You can also use it for what? Plantain flour. Some people what? They export their plantain flour afterwards is being what? Processed. Okay, another thing we'll talk about today, the end product, is what? These stems you see here. These stems you see here, after this plantain has grown now and is being harvested, these stems are what? They are being processed to bring out clothing materials. There are clothing materials that are being gotten from this. They are used for what? Sewing. They are used for making of all these clothes we wear. Yeah, but that's another big topic on itself entirely. Okay, that's not actually why we are here. We are here to talk about what? How to grow plantain mainly. Okay, now, okay, we have talked about the uses of what? Plantain in terms of their end products. Okay, now let's also talk about how to what? Grow this plantain. This is what the main reason we are here. So before I will start here, I would like to talk about the first thing we need to what? Consider. The first thing you need to consider if you want to grow plantain is what? Number one, the soil preparation. The soil preparation is very, very essential if you want to what? Grow plantain successfully. If you want to make money from plantain farming, the soil preparation is what? One of the most important things you need to consider. I see a lot of people, when they grow plantain, hectares of land, they don't prepare the soil. They don't think about weeding of the soil. They don't think weeding of the land. They don't think about rotivation or plowing. They don't think about all those things, but those things, they are very, very important. So the first thing you consider what is the soil preparation. If you look at this farm today, you see how neat it is. It is very neat. That's why these plantains are doing very, very well. They are doing very, very perfect, because what? Here is what? Very neat. So if you be establishing a plantain, don't go inside forest and just plant plantain like that and forget it and expect it to grow well. No, this is one reason why people fail in plantain farming. I see a lot of people come to me. They are telling me that they have 5 acres of plantain farm. They planted plantains there, but their plantains are not doing well. Okay, I will tell them, send me a picture or a video of your plantain. Let me see how it looks. When I will see how weeds have grown in the farm, how weeds have grown in their plantain farm. I will be like, how can these plantains do well where they are competing with what? Weeds. So you should know that it's not possible for what? Plantains to do well when they are not what? At their comfort place, where they are not comfortable. Okay, so plantain are crops that love what? That don't like weeds at all. They love neat environment, as you can see here. Okay, so first thing now we are talking about is what? The soil preparation. The soil preparation have to come with what? When you secure your land, the first thing you do is what? Clearing of the bushes. Clearing of the bushes. After you have cleared your bush, you call for what's it called? Stumping. Stumping is the process whereby tap roots are being removed from the land. Heavy roots. You know, when you buy a virgin land, you see a lot of trees that have grown there. So definitely those trees will be cut down. So I always advise people, if you want to go into commercial farming, if you want to go to standard commercial farming, okay, make sure you practice all these things. You stump it, you remove all the weeds there, you remove all the trees there, you remove them. After you remove them, you rotivate your soil, you rotivate it, which is plowing. You plow it, okay. That plowing helps the soil to what? Rotate. It helps to turn the soil upside down, and it will prevent all those weeds, those small weeds that are supposed to grow up. It will delay their growth and prevent them from growing. So with that, now you have been able to prepare the soil properly. Okay. So remember, getting your land, number one, clearing the bushes, removing the trees. Very, very important. Don't leave trees there. Okay, don't leave trees there. They are not now they are not in need of anything. Some people say that okay, they left it because of what? Controlling of weeds. But for example, now if tree was to be here now, you see that the taproot of that tree will even obstruct these plantains. Okay, so I always advise what? Remove what? Your weeds and remove the trees. Okay, so after you have removed the trees, you plow the land. I always advise you plow the land. Okay, for these are for people that are cultivating acres of land. Okay, at least if you are cultivating up to 6 plots and above, you should be able to what? Do this. Okay, now after that you get what? Your what? Irrigation system. Yes, irrigation system comes before planting. Irrigation system comes before what? Planting. Okay, so what you install your irrigation system. Now you now get a reliable sucker. I always tell people there are quite different varieties of plantain sucker. Number one is I think I'll just mention about 4 varieties of plantain sucker. One is the horn plantain. The horn plantains are the plantains that they produce few plantains, but they are usually big and long. They have they are usually big like horn, so that's why it's being called horn plantain suckers. They are being called what? Horn varieties or horn species. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is the false horn. The false horn or the improved variety. They are called the false horn because they look like the horn, but they are not like the horn. Okay, so that's why it's false horn. Okay, now these plantains, they produce 20 to 35 fingers, and they are not usually big like what? The horn plantain. There is also what? The hybrid, which is called the French giant. Okay, the French giant. I think that one they call is what? Cameroonian giant also, but the one I know about is the French giant. The French giant is a plantain varieties. As you are seeing it here, this is the plantain variety that it produces very massive bunch. It produces a very massive bunch. Their fingers are usually from 50 to 75 to sometimes 90 pieces. Okay, so it depends on your management that will make them to what? Produce those numbers of fingers. Okay, so you get your varieties of plantain, then you plant them. That is another thing you have to do. You plant them in the soil. You plant them. Okay, so plant them. You can actually use different planting spaces, but I always advise, if you want to go for commercial purpose, if you can afford the hybrid plantains, which are also the French giant, they are usually expensive. So if you can afford it to plant in your farm, let me give you a simple financial projection for just one plot. That hybrid here in Imo State, the least we have sold one is 7,000 naira. The least we have sold one is 7,000 naira. Now this is because we are not selling to people that resell. We sell directly to what? Consumers. But if we be selling direct to people that resell, it will be coming at the price of what? 5,000 naira. Okay, so let's just say, okay, if we are planting this for one plot, definitely you won't be able to sell everything by yourself. You can also call people that resell to come and buy from you and resell for fast sales. Okay, let's keep everything as the rate of 5,000 naira. If you be planting on one plot, we plant 120 plantain suckers. 120 plantains will comfortably be planted on what? One plot. Okay, now if you times 120 times 5,000 naira, that is about 600,000 naira. I'm not exaggerating. Now let me tell you, this can be possible and this can also not be possible. Why? The reason why this can be possible is because if you have a good management system. Look at my farm here. There are no plantain that is not doing well. All of them are doing well because I gave them the time. I invested my time in them. I visit here every time. I make sure I take good care of them. So you don't have any reason to tell me that my plantains, I won't be able to harvest the total sum of 120 suckers, the total sum of 120 plantains. Yes, I might not be able to harvest all of them at once. Yes, because these are not tissue cultured seedlings. If they are tissue cultured seedlings, sorry, I forgot to tell you that there are two types of suckers or seedlings. You can have the tissue cultured seedlings which are prepared in the laboratory, or you plant what you can have the plantain suckers, which are these ones. Now these ones, they are what? Suckers. These ones are suckers, but the seedlings are usually small and they are nursed and they are prepared in the laboratory. So now let's assume that I planted here with tissue cultured seedlings. Definitely I'll be harvesting everything maybe twice. Okay, now so let's come back to what we were saying. If I have planted everything here and I've taken good care of them, if you can see, I apply manure, I take good care of them, I invest my time here. Okay, so if you can take good care of plantains, they are going to do what? Wonderful. They are going to do wonderful. Don't just go and plant your plantain and go and sleep and expect it to do well. No, it will never do well. It will never produce something good. Okay, so you have to take good care of them. You have to wait. Make sure you are investing time in them, because it's your investment, it's your money. Don't say you will go and plant and you go and sleep. You don't water them. You can see this is our irrigation system. We water them. Okay, even during dry season now, so in dry season we water them. Okay, so you make sure what you water them properly. Okay, so now you guys can see these are okay. So let's come back. I have, if you are planting 120 plantain suckers in one plot, you'll be making the sum of 600,000 naira. If it is hybrid, okay, 600,000 naira. Okay, you can still say, okay, probably all of them, definitely yes, they won't be the same size. Yes, they won't be the same size. And the least we have been selling this plantain at 7,000 naira. We sell up to 10,000, we sell up to 9,000. Okay, so but the least we have ever sold it what is 7,000 naira. That's why I use that particular price, and I still brought it down to 5,000 naira because we'll be selling what at a what wholesale price. Okay, so this can be possible and it can also not be possible. If it cannot be possible, if you have planted your plantain and you go and sleep and you are expecting it to produce something good, it will not be what possible. Okay, yes, it will not be possible in that reason. So this is just a simple financial projection that I've given to you for what one plot of hybrid plantain. If it is improved variety is sold for 2,000 naira, 1,000 naira, 2,500 or 3,000. Okay, so that's how much you can sell them. So you can do the calculation yourself. You can times 2,000 naira times 120. That's how much you can make from what? From hybrid. Okay, sorry, that's how much you can make from improved variety or the first horn plantain. Now there is difference between a maturity stage and a fruiting stage. Plantains fruit at the age of 8 months and use extra 2 months or 2.5 months to mature. Okay, so improved variety plantain are going to fruit at the age of 8 months or 7 months. Yes, it's very possible. 8 months or 7 months. This is very possible because now let me give you an example. If you are coming to buy sucker from me and I remove this sucker now and sell to you, let me use this. Let me say I now remove this one and sell to you, and also remove this one and sell to you. You will see that this one now is going to harvest. Let's say for example this one now is going to harvest. You are going to harvest this one before this one. Okay, you are going to what? Harvest this one before this one. So this to tell you that you harvest at 7 months and 8 months is what determined by what this age they were when they were being what sold to you. So now let's come back to hybrid plantains. Hybrid plantains take about 10 months to mature. This one now I'll show you a video of where we are harvesting them. Okay, this particular one now took about 10 months to mature. Some of them take 13 months to mature. Okay, so if it takes 10 months to fruit and it takes extra 3 months or 2 months to what mature. Okay, so that is for what hybrid. So in essence, hybrids can take up to 1 year. That is for their first generation. Now let me tell you one beautiful thing about plantain. If you see this one here now, if we are in dry season and see how they are looking very nice. If you visit some farms, you see that these things now they are looking dried. I had a lot of things I have been giving to them, and I've been treating them personally. So now look at this now. If you see this now, after this one is being harvested, see the daughter plant is following it immediately. In this my particular farm, I don't allow more than 3 plantains on a mat. This thing here now is a mat or station. This is what a mat or a station. In this mat now, this is the mother plant, and this is what the daughter plant. If another one is coming, what the granddaughter plant. So in this particular station, I don't allow more than 3 plants to grow. Okay, so in essence, this thing here now, if I harvest this one in the next 5 months, I'm going to be harvesting this one in the next 8 months. Okay, so and another one that is coming forth I will still what? Harvest that one. So plantain is something that after you have planted it once, you will keep harvesting. Keep harvesting. If you are managing it very well, you will keep what? Harvesting. So this one is what is planted. If this one is planted, this one is coming up, another one is coming up. So after you harvest this one follow you harvest this one, the other one follows what? You harvest it. The reason why plantains take long time to mature is what? Lack of what? Management. Is lack of management. I've consulted for lots of farms. I've profiled a lot of solution. Lack of what? Management. If you don't manage your plantain farm very well, they are not going to what? Give you what you want. In essence, what? You have to what? Take care of them. Most especially, they need water from that their first month to what? Their fourth month or their fifth month. They need regular water. After harvest, you sell your plantains. That is the next step. After harvest, what? You just sell your plantains. You can sell in wholesale. You can sell in what? Retails. You can decide to. Some people sell in dozens. Okay, so it depends on you. Me personally, I have market already because here I am in Imo State. We have a lot of demand for plantains. Plantain is hot cake here. That's why you see me, I profit more. Okay, so some people, what they even do, some people makes money without what? Farming. Yes, and I have a course coming up there. I will teach you how to make money from plantain farming without you having to even own a single plantain farm. Yes, I will show you how. That's how I started though. I started how I made money from plantain farming without what? Me having to what? Own a farm. So I'm going to teach you that in my course. If you're interested, you can just what? Tell me, but that's not why we are making this video. I'm just trying to include that. So now, if you can see now, after that you can what? Harvest after your plantain has matured, you harvest them, you take them to the what? Market. You take them to the market. When you take them to the market, you sell either in units. Is either you are selling to the consumer directly, or you are selling to what? To the market women. The market women are the people that buys plantain from farms or from the market, and they will go and what? Resell. But in the case whereby you planted acres of land, you don't expect to what? Sell it individually. You what? Call the market women to what? Come and buy from you. So those market women, some of them they buy in kgs. Okay, some of them they weigh it in kg, then you sell to them, and some of them they also buy in dozens. Okay, so they gather the plantains dozen by dozen, they buy it. Okay, so that is for the aspect of what? Buying, of selling what? Plantain. I think I've really done a lot of justice to some of the topics here. I have a class coming up where I will teach people how to make your plantain. I have two courses coming up. One is what? How to make money from plantain farming, sure, without you having to what? Farm. And another course is what? How to make your plantain produce big. There are a lot of things I mixed for me to achieve this. Okay, so I will be showing my students how I've been able to harvest big bunches from plantain. Some of the tip secrets. Okay, that will be my next class after how to make money from agriculture without farming. Next class is what? How you can make your plantain bunch big, even if you are planting improved variety or you are planting hybrid. I will show you my secret of how I have been able to keep harvesting big bunches from my plantain farm, even my banana farm too. Okay, so guys, thank you and God bless you. I'm really grateful that you stay up to this time. So thank you and God bless you. I remain your legend farmer, Isaiah Amadi.